Welcome back. In this tutorial we will create a simple spike in a health bar for our player. Let's start. So, first of all, let's create the health bar for our player. So, how can we do it? We will go into the third person character and let's add a variable. Let's call it health. First we need to create max health variable. Compile it, save it. Let's make it float and let's put the max health variable at around 100. Nice. Now create another variable that we will call current health. Compile it, save it. Now in the begin play right here, let's add the current health. Hold alt and just put it here. Set the current health to 100. What will this do is when the game starts, the health will be put to 100, but this is basically hard coding. So we want this thing right here, not just to put any value, but to get the max health. And let's connect this. So every time that we load, we will have the max health set on our player, because we can have our max health to something like 500, and if we only give the player 100 health, this won't be the full health bar. So make the max health 100, compile it, save it. Now for testing purposes, let's print the value. Nice. See, now it says 100 right here. Let's put comment on this saying health. I'll make the string to be green. Now let's test it. It works fine. Nice. Now let's add the health bar. So let's go into the blueprints folder, UI, and let's create another user interface widget blueprint. You see user widget and call it WBP underscore health bar. Open this. Let's put it here. So like we did before, first we will add a canvas panel. Nice. Now let's search for progress bar right here. I will put this down here and let's make it a little bit longer. Just set this up like you like. Nice. Now first let's see what this does. This basically does, you see here percentage, this is will use as a health bar that will show our health. But you see this is blue, so let's go here, let's put something like red, so it represents our health bar. Nice. Now when let's first add it to the screen. So in the begin play, just go here and create widget WPP underscore health bar, add to viewport so we can see it, and when we compile it, save it, when we test it, you can see that the health bar is not full. It is just set like we set it here. Why? Because we haven't set any logic to our health bar. How can we do that? We will go here to bind next to the percent, create binding. Now right here, what we can do is we can first get on player pawn. From here we will pass to third person character, compile it, save it. It should work just fine. If you like cast to get player controller, for example, if we cast from this, when you compile it, you will see error. Why? Because third person character doesn't inherit from a player controller. Player controller is basically a separate class that handles all our input, but in our project all our input is handled by the player itself, you see. So we just need to get the player pawn. Nice. So here we need to get the first max health and the current health. Sorry. Nice. First let's connect this. Now we just need to divide this and let's test this. You see, now our health is full. For example, if we go here and let's disconnect this, let's hard code it a little bit. Let's put something like 50. When we play it, you will see the bar is half now. Nice. We basically made the health bar. Now that's it for this thing. Just let's make it a little bit more beautiful. Let's add image first and make it 100 by 100, for example. Put it here and let's go into our assets folder, pixel art, and let's get our heart. So let's go here, brush, add the image. Nice. Compile it, save it. Now remember, let's put the anchors in the proper positions. Right there. Let's first name our progress bar health bar. Compile it, save it. Image, let's name it heart image. Compile it, save it also. Now select the health bar, put the anchor in the middle of it, compile it, save it, and let's look at it. Now you see the health bar is like a little bit out of place, so let's fix that. So let's add the health bar to the, oh no, sorry, let's put this here, let's move it a little bit to the right. Also the image, compile it, save it. Let's test this now. Now the image is even more to the right. So let's just play around with this and make it like you want. I'll just move the health bar even further. Now it is good for me. Now if you want to display the current health of the player like in numbers, you can do this by making this like first add a text. You see text block, put it here. We will need 3 text blocks for our health bar. Why? Because first of all I want to show the max health, the current health, and I want to have a character in between them. So text block here, we will name it max health. Nice. Compile it, save it. Let's first put this to be, or leave it just white. Click on it, Control D, and let's, you see this duplicates it, name it current health. Nice. Now I will just move this a little bit to the right. So I actually want first to display the max health, then the current health, and let's put a character in between that. But before we do this, let's first add a horizontal box. Now let's add our max health to the box and current health to the box. This will basically sort this like this. So now let's add another text block that will add it to the horizontal. Now this, let's put this into the middle, just name it character, for example. Let's make the character just display something like this, compile it, save it. But you see these are so like this, there is no space in between them. So how can we fix it? Just add a spacer right here, put it there, duplicate this, put this here. Now First of all, let's just make the horizontal box a little bit bigger. Now select the spacer, here padding, put something like 10, and here something like 10, and now it is good. Make the horizontal box a little bit bigger and just move it in place. Nice. Now here let's select the first text box, that is our max health. Go into bind, create binding right here. From here we will do basically the same that we did for our percentage. So we will first get player phone, then cast to our third person character, connect these nodes. Now we will just get max health. Nice. Connect this, connect this. You can like space them in between so it is a little bit better. Compile this, save it. Now let's first try that. You see, now it displays 100. Now let's go into our designer right here and let's add our current health now. So now for our current health we will basically do the same. Just select this, go here into bind, create binding. We can even just like copy this, put it here, but we need to change only one thing. That is, I need to get my current health there. Now you see it says 100 from 100. Let's fix that. Let's test it. So let's put like 75. Compile it, save it, let's test it, and it is working properly. Nice. Now I will just fix something. I want my anchors to be in the up corner, so they just for testing purposes. So let's test this, how this looks. Now this looks like it looks on the canvas. So let's move this to the left. I want like that, I want it like that. So now let's move this a little bit to the left, to right here, and let's make the text black, for example, to be able to see it better. Compile it, save it. Now let's take a look. Now it works fine. Now let's add our spike. How can we do that? Now first of all, let's go and create another blueprint. Let's go into the blueprint folder, create blueprint class that will be actor class. Now name it BP_spike. Open this, let's put it here, and let's first of all add a mesh. Nice. Leave the name static mesh. Now let's select something like the cone right here. Compile it, save it. Now you can use the cone as an overlap, but I will use box collision also on this. Compile it, save it, just scale it so it fits the spike. I will make this a little bit bigger on the sides. Let's make it taller, move it in place. I'm happy with that. Just let's first add the spike so we can take a look at it. Let's move it a little bit up. Now let's save it. The spike is a lot bigger than I want it to be. So I will just select the static mesh, click this right here, and let's make it have the size. See, now it is half of the size. Let's put it in place where I want to test it. Save it, play. Now the spike is here. You can see we cannot, like, it just moved us out of place. So let's fix that. Go into spike right here, select the static mesh, go down to collision presets. Now put this to no collision. Compile this, save it. Now the spike has no collision and we can walk through it. What we can do now is select the box right here. See, collision presets, set it to overlap all, not overlap all dynamic. Nice. On component begin overlap here, let's click the plus sign. And now we need to handle the damage system. Now from other actor, cast to pp underscore third person character. Nice. Now we will make a new variable that we'll call damage. Damage. Make it a float, compile it, save it. Now let's put the base damage to something around like 20. You can put it to whatever works best for you. Now from here, let's use a node that says, you see, apply damage. Now damage actor will be the third person character, and the base damage will just get this damage, hold control. So we just put it here because when I just drag it and drop it, you see we can choose before get damage and set damage. But if we hold control, it's get our damage, and if we hold alt, it sets our damage. So get our damage, put this here, compile it, save it. But when we play it, we actually won't take any damage. Why? Because we haven't implemented the ability to take damage for our actor. So here, just call a function that says take damage. You see, assign on take any damage right here. You don't need to assign it, you can just type any damage, event any damage right here. Let's use this to handle our damage system. So now what I want to do is to set my current health minus the damage I got. So I will just set the current health like this. Like I will now get the current health, drag it, minus, you see, subtract the damage that I was dealt, and just put this here. So now let's test this. See, 80, 60, 40, 20, 0. Nice. But we don't die. Let's fix this a little faster. Just let's put a comment on this saying take damage, and this will work for any damage type that we take. So we don't need to implement another take damage function to our game. Now let's find the function event tick, and let's make this a little bit easier. Now we will get, oh sorry, we don't even need to use the event tick, just do this. Let's do this. Let's call a branch. From the current health, let's get if it's less or equal to 0. If it's true, let's first make a new function that we'll call death. So custom event, at custom event, let's call it death. Now from here, what we can do is first pause the game, set game post, and we can do this like we did for our void. You see here, game post, and we will just copy this. We don't need anything else, just copy this, and let's put this here, put it in place where I want it to be. compile it, save it. Let's put a comment on it saying that. Nice. Now just make this fit a little bit better. Compile it, save it. Now this is our function for that, so we will use this function whenever we need to make the character die. So here on the branch, let's call that, you see, call function, and that's it. So now when we go and actually die, let's just test this, you see the game pauses and it says you die, you can quit. Nice. We made a spike trap, we made the health bar. So for this tutorial it is it. I will see you in the next one.